All right, so this is a pulsed electromagnetic frequency device sent to me by Footprint Technology, and it is a real game changer for athletes as well as just people suffering from chronic pain or bone loss. Now, a PEMF is a device that sends electromagnetic waves around a body part, provoking electrical shifts around the cells, which increase cell metabolism, oxygenation, and increased ions and electrolyte delivery to that part of the body it's interfacing with. Now, this tech was most famously studied by NASA to keep their astronauts from suffering too much bone loss in space. And a common use of this tech down here on Earth too is for people suffering from osteopenia and osteoporosis. It also has applications in quicker fracture healing and bone bruise healing because it allows the bone to uptake more cellular nutrients, allowing the bone to harden and grow faster than just with exercise or medication alone. And for tendon and soft tissue inflammation, PEMF, or pulsed electromagnetic field generators, also have a natural anti-inflammatory mechanism. And when the electrical field is applied, it also promotes cellular healing just because there's more cellular nutrients available for that body part that's injured to uptake and allow it to heal faster. Now, the only confusing thing is sometimes when you first turn them on, it's tough to tell if they are working. You'll be able to tell later on, but when you first put them on, you don't want to waste your time. So what's really handy is if you have a little magnet, even like a toy magnet for your kid, just make sure you have that small magnet handy and put it by the nodes, and you'll be able to see if it's working because the magnet will actually start vibrating. If the magnet doesn't vibrate, it's not on. If it does, obviously it's on. But of course, the best way to tell if it's working is when you take it off, your pain has gone down. Now, a blind study comparing PEMF to a placebo device showed a 25% decrease in pain when using PEMF versus just around 3% using a placebo device that didn't have an electromagnetic field being generated. And I personally saw what this thing could do when I had my combined medial and lateral ankle injury recently, where I would use the PEMF daily, and in my acute recovery phase, I was about a 1 or a 2 out of 10 on the pain scale when I actually remembered to use it, or when I wasn't too lazy to use it. And when I wasn't using it, about a 6 or a 7 on days where I just forgot, or like I said, got lazy and didn't put it on. And remember, there are warnings and contraindications to PEMF, such as pregnancy, insulin pumps, pacemakers, really anything foreign in your body that runs on an electrical signal, obviously just because there's a giant magnet around it. But if you do want to pick one of these up, as you probably guessed it, most run thousands of dollars. But the reason I like the Footprint PEMF was because it's also quite a bit cheaper than those, because it is a very compact, simple, kind of well-engineered design. So it does get the job done really well for quite a bit cheaper than these other ones. What I find incredible about the build quality of the Footprint PEMF device versus others is, remember, you can get cheap anything, but a lot of the cheaper PEMF devices will only reach a power of about 10 Gauss, whereas this one will get up to about 4,000 Gauss. So what that means is you can actually get this electromagnetic node right here when you plug it in. And you can even put it under your mattress at night. It actually doesn't have to come in direct contact with your body. As long as it's within 12 inches of the body part, it will still work, and you can test that out with the magnet as well under your mattress versus when it's also in direct contact with your body. So if you do want to check it out, I will leave it linked in the description below. And thank you to Footprint for sponsoring this video, sending me one of these over in my recovery process, allowing me to kind of get this out, because this is newer technology relatively, especially to me. And this really was fun kind of researching it, kind of seeing what it can do, and actually seeing what it did to my body specifically. So thanks again to Footprint, and I'll see you in the next one.